You're listening to the Beatswitch podcast.
This project right here, man. Daniel Caesar. Case Study 01.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it, man. I'm gonna start like this. This is Daniel Caesar's second project. Did any of y'all hear the first one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely heard Freudian.
I'm gonna say no.
But you're
This
a
is my
songist,
first
at
kind of
least.
like introduction to his album, but I've heard him sing on like features of other people's songs.
Got you. Good. What did you feel about Freudian?
Freudian, I enjoyed Freudian, but unfortunately I didn't go back to it because there was other stuff that piqued my interest more. But yeah, I enjoyed Freudian. I probably will go back to it now since I can actually take time to listen to it after hearing Case Study.
Mm-hmm. For me,
I really did enjoy Freudian.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, Freudian was. What year did that come out? 2017.
2017, yeah.
I think that was one of the better projects that came out that year. I think I had that in my top 10 at the end of the year. Really, a lot of great songs on there. We had that song we had with her, and that was classic R&B sound. Really, you get some.
Yeah, you get that new soul, but also that classic feel in some of them too.
He was like,
because it was, I forget. Oh, go ahead.
A great balance between the two. Finish up your thought.
But I was saying, it was I can't remember what song it was. I think it was I want to say either Love Again. No, Open Up. I think it was Open. Yeah, it was Open Up. It had like the opening. It sounded very just like old school R&B. Like I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. And that's what he did on Freudian too. He had that sound. That's why a lot of people from all kinds of different ages really rock with that project. So now to Case Study. Give me your thoughts on Case Study. Good.
It's good project overall. 10 tracks. Is under an hour. Perfect. I enjoyed it front to back. Definitely coming back to this one. He God, Cyanide. It's so good. I love that song. Crazy. Complexities. I like that one. And yeah, it's overall it's a good feel. He had good features because he had Pharrell on there. He had John Mayer on the guitar. It was good.
What's it?
So I think he sounds really beautiful, and I love the sounds. But to be honest, like for me, it's like a little bit boring. So I don't think I'll ever, other than a few songs, listen to it as a project as a whole, because this kind of mood is just like not like I can't imagine being in that space, you know, like to listen to just this album, if that makes sense.
I understand. I could understand.
And it's hard
that.
Because like I wanted to really like it because I love his voice, and I love like you said, that Cyanide song is so good. I really like.
How many times have you listened to it?
Like 4.
4?
One time, actually, you know
Listen
what?
to
It was really great to fall asleep to. I listened to it once.
Keep listening to it because it'll probably grow on you. You just gotta keep.
Yeah, but I feel like you shouldn't have to listen to an album like 100 times for it to like grow on you.
Well, no,
like
because.
that.
Well, I disagree because some albums you may not be in the mood for it, and one day it may just it'll click, and you're like,
Right.
okay, this is actually hitting. Because there have been a ton of albums where that's happened to me.
But the songs that I do like, I really like. Like the Cyanide one is really good. Superposition. Oh, and Too Deep to Turn Back. That is like a beautiful song, and it like changes in between, right? Like I thought it was like 2 songs at first, but yeah, I thought it was like a really good project, and I'll go back to the songs that I really like. He sounds beautiful, even though people think he's ugly.
I think this is the top 3 albums to come out this year.
Really?
Top 3 albums to come out this year.
What?
This project is
It's a bold statement.
from top to bottom. every single sound on this album it has that sort of like, it has that classic R&B touch to it, but it's got like sort of like the soul is there, and it's like some electric type sounds, and it comes together in a weird way. It's like kind of pure, but also like dusty and nasty sounding. I don't know how to describe it, but
I
have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think all right, so the internet, they're really known for that sound. Do you think the internet really pushed that to the forefront?
I agree with that.
That type of new soul, Anderson .Paak, Thundercat, all those people.
That's what it reminds me of. I was going to say, like, one of my favorite artists of all time is D'Angelo. And I hear a lot of D'Angelo type
you're right, exactly right.
Everywhere I hear D'Angelo on this. So
when I actually, on the first listen, when I listened to the first song, I was like, oh my god, this kind of gives off really, like, big Frank Ocean vibes, like, to Blonde.
Yeah, I have Frank Ocean on this too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, but again, I love Frank Ocean, but that Blonde album doesn't have replay value for me. So even though I can recognize this as like a really beautifully crafted album, it doesn't have replay value for me.
That's crazy. I played Blonde for probably like 6 months.
Blonde was amazing. Let me get into
my bad. I got some mainstream ears, man.
Yeah, you do. So on the production, we know like Pharrell, he was involved in production. We had Boy Wonder, and I think they helped really carve out the sound for Daniel. He could have done the easy route, or quote unquote easy route, because he's a great singer, as we know. What he did on the Freudian, he just got some good beats, some good songwriters, and sang his ass off. And you could do that again, but he decided to venture out a little bit, experiment a little bit with the sounds, and he did a great job. This album it's a lot darker than
yeah, it is.
The Freudian.
Because I'll say this, like the front half, it was like it said, "I'm gonna blow your back out," and then the last half is like, "Damn, I miss her. I want to text her." That's the vibes I got. It was crazy because I actually today I listened to both the Crit album and this album back to back one last time. The Crit album, a lot of energy. I was pumped up, and then I switched over to the Daniel Caesar album. I was like, "Damn, I hate my life." Like where Bay at? Where Bay at, man?
That's a lot, bro. And to the point that y'all brought up about what's it said? You don't feel like you have to listen to the album multiple times. I disagree, just like Good. I think that this is art right here. Like, you're not gonna catch everything on 1 or 2 listens, and there's a lot going on in this project. Like sonically and lyrically, there's a lot going on. Like even on the first track, Entropy. Y'all know about Entropy. It's like it covers like the law of thermodynamics, and entropy basically describes disorder, and that the law of entropy states that disorder is constant and always increasing. So basically what he's saying is that his life is in a constant disorder and disarray, and it's always constantly increasing in this world, more like he's growing up, because over that song he goes over his childhood and growing up, and he talks about this relationship with this girl that he's in, and he keeps talking about how that shit just keeps, as his fame has risen, his life is getting in more and more disarray.
Yep,
so he's starting
chaos.
off heavy, starting off deep with lyricism on a different level, and then he cuts into that, what's the next, Open Up, where he switched up the groove a little bit, and he's talking to this chick again, like, I need you to open up, man. Like, I want to smash.
First, let's smash, and then you can open up. That's what he was saying.
Oh man, come on.
I'm not saying that it's not art, and I recognize that that's definitely in the album. I'm just saying that, like Good was saying, we're living in like a really fast-paced world where like there's so much music constantly coming out, and I just don't have the time to listen to this album more than like 5 times to try and like feel something. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna feel the songs that I feel, and then maybe just like let the other songs be introduced to me just naturally, I guess. If like, you know, like when people just play songs on their playlist and you're just like sitting and like listening to it, and then it will hit you then. But you know, like I don't want to
Yeah.
force it. I don't want to force it on me, and I feel like that would make me like push against it. You know what I mean?
Well, for me, if I hear a song on a playlist, I'm gonna check out that artist.
I guess.
Yeah, well, the same thing happened like when I listened to Rhapsody on Kendrick's album, and I was like, fuck, she's mean as hell. And then I went to go listen to her album, and I kind of didn't really like it.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
See, what I like to do is, if I really like it, I'm gonna look up the lyrics. I'm gonna go on Genius. I'm gonna look up the lyrics, cause then like that, even just like hearing is different from actually reading the lyrics and trying to decipher what he's saying,
right,
or what that person is saying.
Because he's saying a lot on this project. He's going in really deep. And y'all remember we had that situation with Yes Jules? Remember that?
Yeah, actually, what's funny is because in the album he was talking about Millennium, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. he's talking about like the stuff that because he says on one of the songs, I forget which one it was, he says something like, I hated myself when I was a boy, and now that I don't, they're trying to take my joy, something like that.
I think it was Love Again.
Yeah, one of those. So he clearly has like some he's questioning his self-worth, and he grew up in a white neighborhood. It's a black kid.
Yeah, he's Canadian, right?
Yeah, Canadian. And now when he's famous and he's popping, all these women saying, "Oh, you sing so great, but you're ugly as hell." Like y'all know what this man is going through. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah, because he said, I remember he said,
other people said he was ugly.
I think something that made this project so dope is that, like I said, the sound of it sonically and the subject matter. And when you think about the shit that he's been going through, because he's a pretty low key dude. Like he came out with Freudian, and then you didn't hear much from him after that. He had that song, that Beauty in Essex track with Free Nationals, and then yeah. After that, you didn't hear much from him. He was just out here touring. I went to one of his shows. I went to one of his shows before the Yes Jules shit. It was a great energy, great vibe. And then I went to one of his shows after the Yes Jules shit, like a couple weeks ago. And it was totally different. Like the crowd was not really vibing with what he was doing. It was real silent. It was real... it was real, like they were like hesitant to rock with him or something like that.
Yeah, that shit affected his sales too.
Yeah, that's right. I think people still ain't really got over all of that, and that's why a lot of people might be skipping over this album or going into it with like some negative thoughts or something like that. But to me, this project is really good, really dope.
It's solid. It's really good.
And I'm happy, man, because he survived the sophomore slump. That's hard to do. A lot of people slip up.
He came back with it. Do you like this one better than Freudian?
I can't say that yet, but I think it's definitely up there. It's close, but I can't say that I like it yet better than Freudian. It's too early, I think. I don't think it has any like songs that are gonna chart as much as Freudian had.
True.
But I enjoyed it. I liked the features did a good job. You got to hear a lot of Daniel, a lot of his, because clearly he had a lot to get off his chest on this project. You got to hear it, so give me some of your favorite songs, bro.
I enjoyed Entropy, Cyanide, Open Up. Superposition and Complexities.
Alright, let's see. Entropy, Open Up, Love Again with Brandy, Cyanide, and Complexities. Wait, what's it? Oh yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. My bad.
Hating because I didn't like the album like that. All right. My favorite songs were Cyanide, Superposition, Too Deep to Turn Back, and Complexities.
Hey, if you want to listen to the entire podcast, go on mixcloud.com/beatswitch. The link will be in the description. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.